showing up every day might not necessarily mean that you have everything figured out. It simply means that you're consistent and you're not giving up on yourself. Trust me, those that show up every day, they definitely achieve their goals. Those that show up every day, they definitely achieve their goals. Welcome on board. It's Good Morning Abuja on NCH and on 5 Unity Station, and I'm excited that we are up and grateful, including you and yourself. And it's a proper way to start your day. Yes, this is the best way to start your day, starting with Good Morning Abuja. My name is Uloma Ibe, welcoming you on board. All right, so as always, you're starting with our motivational talk. Let's get this motivation in this new month of July because we all need it. We need it. I personally need to be motivated. So let's grab this dose of motivation. When we return, it will be time for us to exercise and so much more segments to come.
Hi again, my name is Mia Baka, and I'm here with another tip that would transform your life if you apply it. Today we're going to be talking about a very interesting subject, and it's simply titled Just Ask. I want to say something else again. Closed mouths always miss open doors. Many of us want things in life. You want a job, you want help, you want resources, you want to connect with people, but we allow the fear of what they would say stop us from reaching out. And I realize that sometimes people are waiting for you just to ask. But you're stuck there overthinking. What if I ask and they say no? What if I apply and I don't get the job? What if I knock and the door doesn't open? But I'm saying to you that sometimes those doors are waiting for you just to knock and jump in. So this week, as you go about your week, I want you to sit down and write out a list of the things you wanted to do. Make that call. Write that book. Speak to that person. Start that business. There'll be no perfect day for anything you want to do. Suppose, okay, when I have all the money, when I've had my kids, when I graduate from school. But as long as you keep making excuses, you always find a reason to procrastinate and never start what you want to do. And you know what? Like they say, time and chance happens to everyone. But I believe strongly that when an idea is in your heart, it is time to ask. Now, what are you asking for? You want to meet someone, ask for the person's contact. And like they always say, like you're 2 or 3 people away from anybody you want to meet in life. So what does that mean? A will know B, B will know C, and C just might know D you need to meet. So today, can we get to work right about immediately? Get your journal, drop your to-do list. Everything you have wanted to do, you have procrastinated on from January till date. Can we start now and begin to get to work and start with that ask? Ask for what you want. Knock on those doors. Write, submit that CV. Start that program. Start that project. Start with what you have. And when you start out, most of the time, with law of attraction, the things you're looking for are looking for you. But the people you're looking for might be looking for you, but they will never identify you until you start that project. So today, the simple principle is just ask. Knock on that door. And I'm sure that when you start that, at the end of the week, we'll have lots of results from just asking. Have a great week.
For that powerful and superb motivation. Yes, I hope you grab a thing or two and you're not just grabbing, you're going to work on it, you're going to infuse it, you're going to implement it, you're going to work it out to see how to see the difference. Yes, by the time you put it in, you push it in, it will just help you. You go one step at a time. All right, so it is time for us to exercise. We on NC5, we on Good Morning Abuja, we want to be healthy. All right, so we take it's a good thing for us. We don't joke with exercises on the show. We can't come on the show without doing exercise. No, so let's go and exercise and keep fit together.
Are you ready, guys?
You're about to do this.
I said, can
Ready?
you feel it?
Ready?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
and
Me looking fantastic.
it, Afrolectic. Me looking fantastic. Me that's it, Afrolectic. Are you ready? Next time rotation. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. Alright, are you ready? Okay, now. We go. Let's go. And say her, say her, say her. Now I wanna hear you. We go. Okay, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. One time. Say her, say her, say her, say her. Let's go. Boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom. Next time. Say her, say her, say her, say her. And okay, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Hey. Ready? How you feeling? How you feeling it? Okay, now go down low. Okay. Go down low. Everybody, make it go down low. Go down low. Okay, now go down low.
Thank you very much for that super nice exercise. Thank you. I'm going to try it when I get home. I mean, of course, I'm here, and there's no how I will join in that exercise. But trust me, I'm just going to try it out on my own. No, well, I actually do trekking a lot, strolling, walking around the house. That's my own part of exercising because when I'm in the city like this, I can join in. Thank you. I hope you join in that exercise. It is time for us to take our first break on the show. When we come back, we'll be meeting our guests to talk to us on something you wouldn't want to miss. Please keep it here.
It's time for us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host, the most Omoide with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaniposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
All right, welcome back from that break. It's still Good Morning Abuja on NT Channel 5 Unity Station. Of course, we are about to talk about something very interesting and also very important to us. It's stomach infrastructure, yes. We want to talk about the role of young people in agriculture. Someone just said something that agriculture is the new good now in Nigeria. And to have this conversation, we have a celebrity bee farmer. Her name is Ambassador Shamaka P. And she's here with us to talk about the role of young people in agriculture. Hello, celebrity bee farmer. How are your bees doing?
You're doing awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy
Welcome
to
to
be
Good
here.
Morning Abuja again. We are happy to have you
Thank
again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so let's talk about the role of young people in agriculture. Some people see it as like I want to stain my nails. No, 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 no. Do we really have a role? What are the roles of young people in making agriculture come alive? Can we do it in our own steez and vibe and style and Gen Z way, millennium way, and all that? Talk to us.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm
Mhm.
happy to be here once again. And I would want to say this first. If I told you I was a farmer, looking at my appearance, are you going to believe it?
No, I won't.
Uh,
Sincerely, I won't.
Definitely.
A farmer with steez.
With the mirror, right? So that can tell you that any young person,
Mm.
young people, youths. I mean, you can be a farmer and you can look all, glassy. So usually people say agriculture is the new gold mine. But as a farmer, I say agriculture has always been the gold mine.
Has always been.
It has always been. There's nothing new about agriculture being a gold mine. Agriculture was there right before the oil discovery in a country like ours, Nigeria. So it can't be new. The only thing is there is a rediscovery era going on, an era of moving agriculture from the subsistence practice to a more mechanized system, and then expanding the value chain to now embrace more people. I mean, more of the population, like the young people like me, because before the way agriculture looked, it didn't look interesting. It didn't look appealing.
It looks
I didn't want to
dirty,
be
like, oh,
exactly.
don't stain my nails.
God, I didn't think I could be a farmer and look all glassy.
Imagine.
So, but now, I want Nigeria's female celebrity bee farmers, and there is a look for the farm, and there is still the look outside of the farm.
I like that. A look for the farm.
Exactly.
A look outside the farm.
Exactly. Yeah, and so the truth is, if a young person like me could embrace farming, every young person out there can. And I like to put it to young people that the agriculture sector has a lot of value chain. You might not be the planter like the farmer. You could be a distributor. You could be an aggregator. You could even be a user of the raw material. So there are just different things. You can start a business, um, for instance, on shea butter. You might not be the one who is farming shea butter, but you run a top shea butter brand.
Nice.
So what are you doing in the value chain? You're producing, using, so you're part of the agricultural value chain. So when we talk about agriculture, sometimes we're not just talking about everybody come and farm. Because the truth is, if you want to really do agriculture real nice, it has to be mechanized. And we plead with the government and the Federal Ministry of Agriculture at every given opportunity to see a way to make agriculture more appealing. I mean, and what are we just talking about? Mechanizing it. Let's have access to mechanized systems. Some of my colleagues from other countries, from my Western counterparts who are bee farmers, Texas, Ontario, Canada, and sometimes the kind of equipment they use just in bee farming.
Imagine.
Yes, exactly. The royal jelly extraction machine to use the things. I don't have them yet. But if the Ministry of Agriculture gets really interested in expanding what I do in apiculture, which is a part of the whole of agriculture, it could mean nothing from Ethiopia. Honey is one of Ethiopia's contributing GDP. Imagine that. So imagine where we want to talk about our agricultural GDP that honey contributes to it. So I think it's just about the government seeing beyond just talking and giving fertilizers to giving the appropriate equipment and, and the security. Because
Security, yes, very
how will a
important.
young person save up money, invest to buy things, and then things happen on the road, like bad roads, you lose your raw materials, it doesn't get to your manufacturing plant. I mean, come on, it gets stolen, or you plant and then there are a lot of insecurities happening around the environment, your crops get eaten up or things like that. That's just, I think it's a bit of here and there. I mostly boil down on the government for the moment. Thank you.
Interesting. Interesting. So you're saying that if the government makes it, if it's mechanized, if there are equipment, more young people will come in.
Exactly. That's how you maintain the skills.
That's how you maintain the
Yes,
skills.
what I do is what we call modern day apiculture, modern day beekeeping, not the traditional way of having to burn trees. So I'm
Okay, the traditional way involve
burning of trees, deforestation, which is contributing to climate issues.
change.
Exactly. And as an SDG advocate, I advocate mostly because I'm involved in agriculture for SDG 13, climate action. So if they keep burning trees, imagine you want to take honey from a tree. What our fathers did then,
You
they
have
set
to
a tree
burn
on
it
fire.
down because of honey.
Thank you. And bees, mind you, are the most economic insect.
Hmm.
Yes, they're the most economic insects. So imagine where you kill 1,000 bees just because you want honey. And honey is their own food, though. You are just taking from them, oh,
Hmm.
they're not making it for you, they're making it for themselves. So we only humans only found out that, oh, we can actually use what those guys are eating too. So bringing it home to every other field of practice within agriculture, be it aquaculture, be it the men plant farming, plant cultivation, whatever it is, it still boils down to the fact that young people want to have real-time access. I call it real-time access because I want what will save my time and what would minimize my effort
Okay.
but give me great
Interesting.
results.
Okay, let's talk about how young people can move into agriculture without a huge capital being involved.
Okay. Oh, well, there's this thing I hear a lot about the capital intensity of agriculture,
Yes.
but straight up, it is because of the need for mechanization. The use of mechanics in agriculture is what makes it capital intensive. Because what our parents practiced that was subsistence agriculture, there was nothing so expensive about
Expensive
it. All
about
you
it.
needed was a land. If you have a land
You can
and you have
start.
like 5 wives and 50 children, you're already
You have the
running.
manpower.
Thank you. And now, because that's not what we are practicing now, I want to use what will minimize my effort,
Excellent.
maximize my time, and give me a lot of money. So, if for youth coming into agriculture, so this is what I'll say: start small. So I'm
That's
an
small.
entrepreneur. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur who believes in days of little beginnings.
Days of little beginnings.
There are. It implies in everything. For me, it implies in everything. I mean, everybody doesn't come from leverages. Everybody doesn't come from privileges. But everybody has an ability to start small.
Start small. So you're advocating for young people to start small. That means starting without the mechanized, the whole equipment. So they can start small with their
And
hands,
fine.
with their farm tools and everything. Then later they advance.
Exactly. Now, the started small too, please, to put it out there because I know a lot of young people will be like, no, 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 I'm not going to do what Amaka is saying. I'm not going to do that. Now, so for me, your starting small should be your practice season, please,
Practice
because
season.
it's
What do you
not
mean by practice
okay.
season?
So by practice season, I mean it is when you gain your hands-on experience on what you want to do. Because imagine you want to do poultry and then you set up a whole poultry, you didn't have the minimum knowledge, bare minimum knowledge of poultry
To start.
management.
Hmm.
You've never tried. You don't even know what they feed. You don't even know the brand of feed that is best.
You don't even know layers,
Oh,
broilers, and
thank
the
you. Because
rest.
there was no, I know the practice season can also be an internship season too. Let me also put it that way. It might not be that only you yourself is trying to do something. It might be an internship in someone else's space, enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
agricultural enterprise, doing
Like
that thing.
training, you're
Yeah,
learning.
yes, exactly. Catch training, learning, growth. So that could also be your practice season. And then you now trying to you put it into place like a practical, like, oh, let me try what I'm learning here. Let me raise 2 broilers first. Let
Hmm.
me see where it goes. So the practice season is important. So you don't end up um, kind of wasting your funds
Hmm.
when you want to mechanize because you didn't have the
The
prerequisite,
knowledge.
thank you, the knowledge for it.
Okay. So, considering what the young people want, they want to work and hustle and still maintain their steez and vibe.
Okay.
Let's talk about which agri value chain do you think has more innovation and that the young people can come in that can accommodate the young people more.
Hmm. Okay, so that's kind of dicey because every of the chain
Hmm.
is something very profitable if you know what you're doing. But I'll point to this. You see that first side, that's farming, like the input. It's something about passion to profit thing. Something like what I do is something I'm passionate about.
The bee farming.
Exactly, which is the input end.
Mm-hmm.
Now, someone who doesn't really have to be in my shoes to be passionate about bees and stuff doesn't need to come in at that particular chain, at
Mm.
that particular stage of the chain, or value chain. The person can wait to become a honey distributor.
Can't wait to become a honey distributor.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the person can find the person's place or fit within the other in that distribution chain.
Mm.
So, oh, I run one of the best honey brands. And it doesn't mean that you have to be a bee farmer for you to own a
For you
honey
to
brand.
okay,
Exactly.
interesting.
So you don't have to rear chicken for you to be one of the best chicken sellers in your area. All you need to do is be as you're part of the value chain,
Mm.
have a very good have a very good I'll call it relationship
Relationship
from the
with
input. Exactly, because an original value input is what will give you what you supply that is good. Because if the broilers are good, you would sell good chicken. If the bees make good honey, are making honey, you'll sell honey, not devoid of adulteration of things, and then staying true to it. So there are different, it can be an aggregator, you can be an aggregator. Then you can also be you can also find yourself in the fast farm service area, like people who are even in charge of people who farm. So there are places where the farmers need what we call like people to provide them technical support.
support.
So
Oh,
you can start
nice.
a company that provides technical support. All right. So there are just different. You can even be in training and development. You can find yourself in training and development. Yeah. Oh, I don't have to be a farmer, but I train people on how to do this, and and bring people together to do this. So there are just different of them. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to speak that to it that there's a particular.
Particular.
Yeah,
Okay.
just find where you can where you can feel your profit can come at your not convenience, because nothing comes at your convenience, but with the level of your ability. Let me put it
The level of your ability.
that.
Okay.
Yes,
With that, we want to take a breather. When we come back, the show continues. Please stay with us.
It's time for us to say our goodbyes on the program. As usual, I remain your host, the most Omar with Erese, and I'll always be here with my bestie.
Je m'appelle Oguntayo Olaniposi Justina.
Speaking French now, from Jordan to Sweden.
Adios.
Hey, you're welcome to another wonderful episode of the number one program for women by the women daily life.
I learned it in art class in school, but they only taught us the basic of crocheting in school, and I was very interested and fascinated by it.
For the women, we are, let us talk from our own part of the world. Okay? We are a woman, there is so much expectation.
So it's on that very lovely and light note, I want to say thank you for being with us. And tune in same time, same station next week on your number one station, Channel 5 Abuja. Today is Tuesday, the time is 7:30.
All right, so welcome back from that breather. It's still good morning, Abuja. We are talking how the role of the youth in agriculture. And Ambassador Chamaka Peace is still there. She's a celebrity bee farmer. As beautiful as she is, she's a bee farmer. And so she's sharing ideas on how you can come in as a young person while maintaining your steez and vibe and the whole Gen Z vibe. I mean, you're still earning your money
Exactly.
as a youth that is into agriculture. Let's talk about what do you think will make the youth to see agriculture as a career path, creating a career path for them, not a survival. Like some will say, let me just do this thing for 6 months. Let me be getting small money because of how the economy is. What do you think will make them embrace it as a career path, not a survival of the fittest, some kind of
Thing. Yeah. Okay, so I take it from this angle. Agriculture is actually meant from the beginning to have a career path, to be a profession. That is why young people go to higher institutions to read courses for doing around agriculture. You have crop science, botany, you have
agri-economics.
agroeconomics, animal science.
Hmm.
So I don't I don't subscribe to the concept of professionalism being just about medicine, law, and no, I don't.
Okay.
I believe agriculture has the capacity, because driving food sustainability is paramount for human existence. Like imagine life without, agriculture. Come on. No matter what technology is trying to do, the end result is the fact that we're just trying to imbibe it into agriculture. We're not separating it. So young people can find there's AI agriculture as I speak, yes. So young people can find a
What does
profession.
AI agriculture do for the young
Oh
people?
yes,
It
okay.
teaches you how to farm or something.
Yes, exactly. AI can. If you want to start, let's say you want to do something, or you want an information about something.
Yeah,
Yes, if you prompt it
it
correctly,
will give
it
you.
will give you
Okay.
that just correct prompting. Prompting. Yeah. So back to it. It's about young people realizing the potential. It's in fact no longer hidden. I wanted to say hidden potential, but it's not hidden now. It was never hidden, like I already said initially. It's not a new gold mine. It's been there. It's just a rediscovery era
Yeah.
that we are faced with now, because all you ain't doing the do anymore. Yes.
It's
So
so true.
this side is as if there's a kind of a redirection. Oh, everybody's not remembering, and the fact that there is now a lot of health issues, health crisis going on. Now everybody even wants to practice what we call sack farming. Like you can plant cucumber in your backyard inside sack.
I
You
see
can.
a lot of that going on
Oh,
recently.
thank you. Plant what you eat.
Veggies, corn,
Thank you.
okra,
Plant what you
pepper.
eat. In fact, it's an advocacy now. You can plant what you eat in your small space. All right. So that is just on even the survivor end. So on the professional end, a young person can embrace any of the sectors of agriculture. There are different sectors of agriculture. Can embrace any of the sectors and decide to make the most of it. There are people, if you go online, you could Google people, or you go on social medias like Instagram, you could Google people who, have built empires on agriculture. Empires. So there's this woman I admire a lot. Choma Ifeanyi is fresh egg. Yeah, fresh
Okay,
egg
I know
market.
her.
Yes, exactly, Lagos, right? I mean, though she had just started her own poultry, using her for instance, though she had just started her own poultry, but for a while, for a couple of years, she was selling eggs in Lagos. She was one of the best egg vendors in Lagos, but she didn't have her own poultry then when she just
So
started it.
just supplying.
She was just applying thank you. So she was part of the value chain. So anybody can be the same thing. Anybody can build something on it. No. So professional is not just you wanting to be a medical doctor. You can be a professional agronomist. You can be a professional agroeconomist. I'm a professional bee farmer. There are certifications also to back up what practice. So
Nice.
yeah, so that you're farming chicken, or that's your poultry farmer does not mean there are certifications to back you up. So you get your certifications, you're a professional. You are in aquaculture, you're into fishery, you get your certifications, you're a professional. So not approaching it with make I just do her for now, make her for do all right
Mm,
more.
mm.
and approaching it with the mentality of how can be a multi-millionaire from that.
Ooh,
That's different. The mindset.
the mindset.
That's it. So you have a professional mindset. You're not just a poultry farmer. You're a professional poultry farmer.
Know your onions. Like we say it
Exactly.
in Nigeria.
Exactly. And you can be called upon anywhere, any day, anytime, in whatever situation, and you prove yourself and prove your practice. So professionalism, it's all about you deciding, starting from your mindset, oh, I'm going to make the most of this. I'm going to get to the topmost of my practice in fishery or in aquaculture or in apiculture or in whatever. And any of the value chain.
Any of the value chain.
Exactly. A professional distributor.
Let's talk about how access to land, finances, training can hinder agri-entrepreneurial youth.
Oh wow, like that is actually the challenges. Yeah, because a young person will walk up to you and say, I want to farm, but I don't have a land. And everybody knows that buying land is very expensive.
Yeah.
And I say that is because real estate. I'm not against real estate. I'm a fan of real estate. That's big time money. But I feel the government needs to step in with measures that maintain farming areas and residential areas. Because a lot of times, as I something to someone relative, they are selling our land for houses. We ain't gonna have where to farm anymore very soon. They're everywhere that there's some places that should be farmed. And our houses, people just and it's contributing to deforestation. And people are even cutting down so much trees that they're not even planting none. Park. So, and because it's now buildings everywhere, even when you want to farm, they want to sell a farmland to you for the price of like where you want to buy land
Like you
for.
want to build.
Build, yes. So what do we do? In a way, it boils back to regulations.
Hmm.
I feel if there are still regulations, the government can say this has to be a farming area. A part of Kuje should be a farming area. Please, when selling this area, people should come here, buy at subsidized rates and farm. If the government gives land access at subsidized rates, people will instead of rush it. Who will go into farm? And then when we talk about security, because I don't want to buy a land for a very huge amount of money, and I spend a lot of money planting, and then I am faced with insecurity. And a lot of times the issues of insecurity, because it's a national concept, it's not an individualistic thing. So even if I mount barbed wire, sometimes you find out that they still fly the barbed wire.
And enter.
And because there's nothing, they'll tell you, hey, they're everywhere now, and everybody suffer. So if you even want to talk about access to land, paramount is security. And then when you have to talk about capital, we have institutions like Bank of Agriculture. But it also boils down to, I know a lot of people feel like I talk about government a lot because a lot of people cannot still access it. Let's be honest. A lot of young people come here, okay, if I can access a loan to get a land, that would be all right. But can they even access these facilities from institutions like Bank of Agriculture, Bank of Industry? Sometimes the criteria are so
The criteria for you to
for you to
the
access the
things you need
capital.
before you get it.
Exactly. So it just boils down to support coming from institutions like government. And then also I like to talk about philanthropy. There are individuals like one of the persons I respect the most, Tony Numelu, who are supporting young people,
Supporting young people hugely.
to do a lot of wonderful things in sectors including agriculture.
Yes.
So young people can also leverage on opportunities like that. But the truth is, I want to say that young people, if you're approaching something with a survival mindset, you don't need to make better.
Hmm.
That's, let me be honest.
with a
because
survival mindset.
you will not make the most of it because you won't even know your onion, like you said, around it. You just won't do a major for just do a major for just. So if you are supposed to like get a certification to back yourself and upgrade your knowledge, you do it, yeah, you won't do it.
You won't do it because you know this is temporary.
Thank you. And so how will you have the kind of maximum access you need on that thing? So when you redirect your mindset, that is when you even be able to develop business plans that can support you getting access and facilities from institutions and from also organizations, philanthropic organizations like the Sinimeli Foundation. So somebody who is approaching a grant with a survivor mindset has lower opportunities compared to somebody who is passionate,
Yeah.
about it, professional about it. So it's also about that. I love that.
Okay, interesting. So let's talk
Thank
about
you.
what mistake do you think young farmers do, young people do that make them quit so early from farming?
like like every other practice too, I believe consistency is the key. You are here because you stayed consistent in your practice in the media industry. Imagine you had quit then. Okay, yeah. It's the same thing in agriculture. Truth is, have you not had challenges? You have had challenges. Probably there are reasons you woke up. There are days you woke up and you are like, God, this is like the same way there are days you're going to wake up and feel like it's agriculture.
Hmm.
So, but what has kept us? Consistency. And that mindset, like I already said it, the mindset that some years back you wanted to be this professional you are today is the reason you are here. So the reason any young person can be the best, an agro millionaire. Everybody's talking about the millions in agriculture. Everybody's talking about who would even be the first trillionaire in agriculture. Comes from the mindset. And that why today's challenges can be overcome with consistency, with determination, with resilience, with having that tenacity, with having that grit. These are basic for me. That's what I tell myself every day. Are there challenges? Yes. Even in my practice. But you have to wake up, dress up, and show up.
Wake up, dress up, and show up.
Okay.
Interested. Oh, Ambassador Chavaka, please, is it? Thank you very much for coming through. But before you go, I want you to leave a message for young intending farmers before you go.
Okay, so for young intending agri practitioners, I like to use the word agri
Agri-
practitioners. That even gives us the
Give us,
professionalism.
I understand, you want to put it up there, like
Yes.
putting it professionally.
No, exactly. Thank you for that. So, for young intending agri practitioners, the truth is, like every other thing, don't expect it to be easy. Don't expect that you're going to tell someone, "Oh, I want to start a poultry farm. I need some extra funds as what I have for to build my capital base." And they just say, "Oh, take." They'll tell you, "What all those farm die?" Don't expect it to be easy. Don't expect that you're going to tell people that you even venture into agriculture and they'll tell you go and look for a job. You know, you can't do it. So don't expect it to be easy. Don't expect that you're even going to apply for facilities to institutions even when you think you qualify and you just get it. Let's be honest. So don't expect it to be easy because the truth is, even the life we're living, expecting it to be easy is like the most convenient thing, but it's very impossible because it's not easy. Let's be honest. So also expect that you wanting to venture into agriculture is not going to be easy, but the but is it is possible. Is that possible? Yeah, there are agro. to set your mind on being an agro billionaire. In fact, probably the first agro trillionaire. Set your mind on it.
Set your mind on it. Thank you very much for coming on the show for let me use the word gingering the young intending agro. What's that word again?
Yeah, agro practitioners.
Agro practitioners.
Thank you.
That's the grammar there. Thank you for coming on the show.
you
We
very
totally love your energy, your passion for what you do. Well done as the celebrity female bee farmer. Please say hi to the bees when you get back.
No problem. No, here's
Thank
the
you
few.
for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
We want to take a break here. When we come back, the show continues. Please stay with us.
I don't know what it is, but she drives me crazy.
Marriage, a beautiful bond, but not without its battles. Behind every smile is a story. Behind every I do is a journey. Mr. and Mrs., the show that peels back the curtain on real relationships. No scripts, no filters, just truth.
I've become a better husband because I've learned a lot from the mistake of the past.
I had feelings, but I wanted to be sure.
Do I have to kneel down to marry a woman?
No, but just do the right.
Join us every week as we sit down with real couples to talk about the raw, the real, and the redemptive side of marriages. From newlyweds to seasoned partners of 40 years plus, no topic is off limits.
Have you ever been in love?
At the end of the year, he came to the village. I saw, oh, this is the brother I saw that time. He said, please, I want to marry you.
This is modern entertainment. It's an invitation to grow, to heal, and to love again. Mr. and Mrs. is about real love, real struggles, and real hope. Every couple has a story. What's yours? Join us on NTA Channel 5, the Unity Station, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
'Cause all of me loves all of you.
So welcome back from that break. It's still Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5 Unity Station. It is time for us to digest all of the conversation with the music. It is time for music to break. When we return, we still have so much more for you. So stay with us.
You must have gone insane if you think your story is my story. I know who I be, I know who I be. Watch how I do it, mama, watch how I do it. They don't be run on me too late, me I don't be all on me too late. I go double, me then double hustle, sha. Then them say I said I'm 30 BG, so not 30 bottles, sha. Yeah, enjoyment gallery. Celebration confetti, get impression in it. I know who I be, and there's no other me. Money plenty, no fugazi, no competi, no do pass me. I'm a bad guy, my designer waka waka, Balenciaga, I'm Prada. You must have come insane if you think your story is my story. I know who I be, I know who I be. Who am I? I'm a bad guy.
Okay, so I hope you were dancing while the music was playing. It's still Good Morning Abuja on NTA Channel 5 Unity Station. It is time for us to go to this beautiful segment done by the kids. It is called What the Kids Can Do. This segment simply displays the creativity, the passion of the children. Yes, if you're a parent, a mother, a father, a guardian, this segment is something you love. Welcome back from that segment of what the kids can do. I'm sure you've seen their creativity. This is what they are doing with their hands. They are skilled at this tender age. Please encourage them, encourage these kids to keep going in this direction. By the time they follow this path, they are consistent with this. I mean, they'll be billionaires, trillionaires, and not just the money, but they'll be solving problems in the society and they'll also live a fulfilled life. Okay, on that note, it is time for us to take our weather report, our weather update. What is the weather saying? Is it going to be raining? We usually say 7 days. Some people say 7 days rain comes the month of July. I don't know, but let's hear what the weather has to tell us. Okay, so we now know what the weather will look like today. This is just something to prep you, to prepare you on how to move. What are you Oh, I mean, most times when you know it will be raining, you wouldn't want to wear some outfits. For me, if it's going to rain, I wouldn't want to wear white because of stains. There's no how you won't step out and there'll be higgy haga somewhere on your white dress. So with that, we've come to a close on Good Morning Abuja today. Yes, it's a wrap on the show. And I want to thank our guest ambassador, Chamaka Izzy, for coming on the show this morning for, let me use the word again, gingering us as youth to be part of agriculture, to find a passion for this because she said it has always been a good mind. She's not just saying it as a good mind, it has always been a good mind. So I like the fact that she explained that you can actually be a honey seller, for instance, not necessarily a big farmer like her. You can do this, you can be selling eggs, not necessarily having the layer a hen that lays the eggs, not necessarily having a poultry farm, but you can be supplying the eggs. So these are so many interesting things that part of the agriculture that you can actually venture into as a young person, even as an elderly person as well. Yes, because food, so much infrastructure, we don't joke with it, we eat. And thank you very much for always being here every time we come on air. We know you're there watching and also enjoying your day. My name is Uloma Ebe. This is a wrap on Good Morning Abuja. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Good morning.